So, good morning everyone. So, ngayon ay gumawa na lang ang Sir Zeus ng video lecture since mula ako ngayon sa school. And isa na rin to sa mga way na nakita ko para para magamit natin yung time natin sa pagpa-practice natin sa Dulce Wit. So, ang topic lang natin ngayon ay different contemporary art techniques and performance practices, no? So, when we say contemporary art techniques, it is a various ways or methods artists use to create modern art sa panahon natin ngayon. Kasi nga contemporary. No? When we say performance practices naman, it is how artists use movements or performances as part of their art. No? So, talakayin natin yung art styles and styles. Para mas madali, no? Pag sinabi natin na art styles, ito yung overall look ng isang artwork. For example, realism, abstract. So those are considered as an art styles. So when we say style naman, it is the artist's personal way of making the artwork, no, gamit yung colors, shapes, lines and composition, no. Again, pag sinabi natin na art style, ito yung mismong artwork or tawag dun sa artwork na yon. When we say style naman, mas malawak naman siya kasi nga tinatawag siya na personal way para makapag-create ng isang art gamit yung different medium na sinabi ko kanina na um, patungkol sa colors, shapes, and also lines, no? Ayan. So next, another important factor in determining the style of an artwork is to examine the way the artist handle the medium. So when we say medium, it refers to the materials or gamit, no? Na kung saan ginagamit ng mga artist sa pag-create ng kanilang artwork. Again, pag sinabi natin na medium, it refers to the materials or substances used by the artist to create their artwork, no? Para sa second bullet, an additional aspect of art style is the philosophy or driving force behind the artwork. Meaning to say, art style is not only about how the artwork looks, but also the artist is give about the ideas, beliefs, or purpose na kumbaga, yun yung nakakapag-inspire sa kanila kaya sila nakakalikha ng mga art. So, when we say stylistic elements, part na siya or feature ng isang artwork na nagpapakita ng style. Halimbawa, lines, shapes, texture. Ito yung mga paraan ng paggawa. Ito kasi yung pag sinabi natin na stylistic elements, ito yung mga detalye na nagpapakita kung paano nagiging iba yung gawa ng isang artist sa iba, no? So that is stylistic elements. Ayan. Next one. So artworks that have certain features in common are considered to have the same style. Sometimes this means that they are part of the same movement, but not always. The concept of movements in art is usually linked to a specific time, no? And sometimes place in history. No? Kapag sinasabi dito na kapag magkahawig daw ang gawa ng artist, ibig sabihin, parehas sila ng style na ginamit. Pero minsan lang yon. Kasi, minsan napapabilang sila sa group ng art na tinatawag na na movement, no? Na kadalasan ay nangyayari sa isang panahon or sa isang lugar sa kasaysayan. For example, ang art movement kasi na tinatawag, ito yung panahon kung kailan maraming artist na gumagamit ng halos parehas na style or idea. For example, 2025, so the artists during this time or during this period, no, kumbaga maraming artist na gumagamit ng art style na realism, no. So sa realism na 'yon, dahil madami nga ang kumbaga gumagamit ng ganitong art style, of course, yung mga artist natin matatawag natin na kabilang sa movements kasi naging patok kasi siya or naging pop kasi siya sa panahon natin ngayon. Example lang 'yun ha, sa panahon natin ngayon. Kaya matatawag siya na art movement. Again, pag sinabi natin na art movement ha, ito yung panahon kung kailan maraming artist yung gumagamit ng halos parehas na style or idea pagdating sa kanilang art, no? Ayan. Artist style can change and adapt as the artist grows as both an artist as a person. So, beginning artists often emulate the styles of artists that they admire. So, sinasabi dito na artist style can change as they grow and learn. So, new artists usually copy the style of the artist they admire. Ayan. So, pasok tayo sa methods of art production and presentation. When we say art production, different ways of creating art. So, yun ay production. When we say presentation or methods of presentation, ito yung different ways of showing or sharing it, no? In making art kasi, artists use certain methods to make their work effective. In showing their art, they also use different ways to clearly express their ideas. So, ano nga ba yung mga different ways or production na tinatawag para may pakita yung mga ideas nila? So, first one, we have realism. So, in realism, I know that you already have an idea about realism. So, realism, depiction of nature or contemporary life. Meaning to say, realism showing nature or everyday life na kung saan nagpapakita ng truthful, detailed, and without adding anything imaginary or supernatural. So this attempts to portray the subjects as it is. No, even when the artist choose subject from the nature he selects, uh, changes and arrange details to express the idea he wants to make clear. So the artist's main function is to describe as accurately and as honestly as possible what is observed through the senses. In short, sinasabi dito na main role or main goal daw talaga ng mga artist is to show, pagdating sa realism, pinaka main role nila is to show honesty and accurately what he sees through the senses, no? Ayan. So this is an example of realism wherein pinapakita nito or it depicts the contemporary life, no? Ayan. So those are the examples of realism, no, kung saan nagpapakita ng reality, no? And next one, abstractionism. When we say abstractionism, I know na may idea na rin kayo pagdating sa abstractionism. But then, abstractionism represent an accurate depiction of visual reality but instead uses shapes, colors, forms, and gestural marks to achieve its effects. So, abstract art does not try to look exactly like real life, no? Unlike sa realism. No, it uses shapes, colors, lines, and forms to show ideas or feelings. So, abstraction or itong tawag dito, art style na to is kumbaga nakafocus siya dun sa form at design. Pero, hindi sa reality. Unlike kay realism. So, nakafocus lang siya again sa form at design. So, ano yung mga medium dyan or ano yung mga ginagamit, yung lines, shapes, and then yung color, no? So this is used when the artist becomes so interested in one phase of a scene or situation that he does not show the subject at all as an object reality, but only his idea or his feelings about it, no? Meaning to say, ang mga artist daw sa abstractionism, hindi kasi sila gumagawa ng ng literal na may subject na pwede nating makita sa reality, no? So ang art daw kasi nila is nakadepende sa ideas and feelings nila. So gamit yung mga line shapes pati colors na kumbaga pwede nila dong maipakita. So just like this one, no? Kung saan wala naman talagang literal na reality pagdating dito sa art nila, no? Nakabase lang kasi sila sa forms at saka sa design na nagpapakita ng kanilang feelings and kumbaga ideas sa isang bagay. Ayan. So, pasok tayo dito sa distortion. When we say distortion, art involves stretching, lengthening, shortening, squeezing, melting an object from its original appearance to a new. Meaning to say, distortion is an art na kumbaga binabago yung shape ng isang object, no? Gamit yung mga yan, no? Na kung saan nagpapakita ng strange or unusual. Wherein, sa distortion kasi, ito lang yung pagbabago na kung saan yung pagbabagong yun ay ginagamitan or na-involved dyan yung mga yan or nabanggit na yan na stretching, lengthening, or shortening. So, kapag ito yung ginamit or yan yung style, ang tawag sa art style na yan is distortion, no? Just like this one. Yan yung mga example natin ng distortion. Okay? So, pasok tayo kay elongation. When we say elongation, it is art subject is lengthened or protracted or extended. No? Refers to painting that feature figures that are painted their form elongated much more than they are in reality. Meaning to say, elongation is a style or technique where the artist stretches or pinapahaba nila yung mga subjects form na kumbaga more than na sa real life, no? So example pa natin diyan ay ito, no? So kumbaga reality pa rin naman siya pero ini-stretch kasi nila yung mga form na yan or specific na kumbaga part ng art nila, no? Kaya siya natatawag na elongation. Again, pag sinabi natin na elongation, ito yung style or technique na nag-stretch or pinapahaba yung subject nila, no? Ayan. So these are the examples of elongation, no? Pasok naman tayo kay mangling. So mangling art shows the subject or objects which are cut, lacerated, mutilated, or hacked with repeated blows. Meaning to say, ito naman yung technique where the image look broken or violently altered. So, pag sinabi natin na lacerated, ito yung napuputol or napinsala, no? Ayan. So, these are the examples of it, of this mangling. Ayan. Pag sinabi natin na cubism naman, so, focus kayo dito sa sinasabi na ano, cubist. Pag sinabi natin na cubists, ito na yung artist ng cubism, no? Wants to show form and their basic geometrical shape, no? These artists focus on geometrical forms instead of making picture or kumbaga instead of natural or realistic na larawan, ginagamitan daw nila ng geometric shape yung art nila. Kagaya na lang nito, no? Ayan. These are example of cubism, no? Geometric shape, mas nakafocus sila sa geometric shape kaysa sa picture na kung saan naglalarawan sa realistic, no? Yan. Binabago nila gamit ang geometric shape. Again, pag sinabi natin na cubism, ito yung tawag dito, art style. Pag sinabi natin na cubists, ito yung artists. Pag sinabi natin na geometrical shape, ito naman yung style nila ng paggawa ng tawag dito, ng art. Ayan. Next one. Yung abstract expressionism. So, artist movement of the mid-20th century comprising diverse style and techniques. No, na kung saan ang style daw ng abstract expressionism is nagsimula nung 20th century, no? Na kung saan it uses strong colors, thick paints, rough textures, and uneven brush strokes, no? The goal is to give the artist freedom to show feelings and emotions, no, na kung saan walang pinapakitang real objects or people. So ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba ni abstraction sa abstract expressionism? So pag sinabi natin abstraction, kagaya ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, focus lang siya sa form at design, no? Pag kay abstract expressionism naman, naka-focus naman siya sa emotion at personal expression gamit ang mga abstract forms. So, parehas silang hindi literal or realistic na may pinapakitang bagay, no? Parehas silang kumbaga naka-focus lang sa isang bagay. Again, pag sinabi natin na abstraction, naka-focus lang siya sa form at design. Kay abstract expressionism naman, so gamit ang mga abstract forms, yung lines, colors na yan, ginagamit naman nila to para ipakita yung emotions nila at saka yung personal expression, no? Ayan. Ito pa yung isang example. Ayan. So, symbolism. When we say symbolism, meron siyang sinisimbolo, no? So, using visible objects, signs, or image to represent something invincible. Ano ba yung mga invincible na yon? So, invincible na sinasabi doon ay idea, feelings, or yung quality, no? It shows deeper meaning through the symbols instead of just realistic pictures. So, kagaya dito sa ano na to, kay Michelangelo Sistine Chapel Hands, no, na kung saan hindi lang siya basta simbolo or isang larawan. Meron siyang hidden message na kung saan ang symbolism ay nagpapakita ng feelings or idea pagdating sa kanilang artwork. May sinisimbolize yung kanilang art, no? Ayan. Pasok naman tayo dito kay Fauvism. Fauvism, this artist tried to paint pictures of comfort, joy, and pleasure. So, nag-start daw to noong 1900. So, Fauvism did not attempt to express ethical, philosophical, or psychological themes. Gusto lang naman ng Fauvism yung art nila is makita na kakaaya-aya, masaya, no? Na nakakapagbigay ng pleasure. So, sa paanong paraan, no? They use a very bright and bold colors. So, colors were often unrealistic, no? Kumbaga, binibigay lang nila yung ano nila. They give emotions and new meanings instead of showing reality. Kagaya na lang dito sa ano, example natin, no? Hindi naman siya literal na kulay or yan yung mga kulay pagdating sa reality natin or pagpapakita natin ng realidad, no? But then ginagamitan nila ng ano, ng very bright and bold colors. So yun yung parang pinaka-focus ni Fauvism, na kung saan gustong makita yung art nila na yung reality is kumbaga pwede nilang mapalitan ng joy, comfort, and pleasure, na kung saan ginagamitan nga nila ng mga bright colors or bold colors. So yun ang Fauvism, just like this one, no? Ayan, medyo ina-exaggerate nila yung mga kulay para mas maging kaaya-aya or mas maganda tignan, no? So yun ang parang pinaka-focus ni Fauvism. So punta naman tayo kay Dadaism. Dadaism is kumbaga ano, weird or funny art. So hindi lang siya sa art, pati na rin diyan yung poems and performances. So sa Dadaism kasi they wanted to challenge old art and the rules that shows problems in society. Kasi karamihan sa mga tao natin ngayon, pag sinabi natin na ano na Dadaism, itong art style na to, nagpapakita kasi ito ng ano, ng mga, alam niyo yung mga jokes, image or funny image na kung saan ginagamit lang nila to para hindi literal na makita kaagad yung ibig sabihin ng ano, yung art nila. Pero ang gusto lang ipakita dito sa Dadaism or yung art nila is kumbaga ilabas kung ano yung mga problema sa society nila. Pag sinabi natin na satirical, it is kumbaga giving funny jokes, funny art sa isang bagay, but mayroong hidden message na pumapatungkol sa problema sa society and problema sa ating government. Ayan. Yan. Ito yung example pa niyan. So, okay. So, pasok tayo sa kay surrealism. So, surrealism was coined from super realism. When we say super realism kasi is ano, ang goal kasi ng surrealism is to express the unconscious mind, imagination, or the fantasy, no? Na kung saan pinapakita ng surrealism yung ano, surprising and impossible in real life. Pero ginagamit pa rin nila yung mga ano, kumbaga real object, no? Na kung saan medyo ine-exaggerate lang nila na kumbaga imposible. Imposible naman ang ano na ang kumbaga orasan or mga matitigas na object na yun ay nagiging malambot or nalulusaw. So kaya siya tinatawag na super realism, na kung saan tong super realism daw nito ay pumapasok sila sa magical world. So ayun. Again, pag sinabi natin na surrealism, ang goal nila is kumbaga magkaroon ng unconscious mind, imagination, and fantasy yung kanilang mga viewers. Just like this one. Ayan. Ayan. Pasok naman tayo kay futurism. When we say futurism, It emphasizes speed, technology, youth, violence, and objects such as car, the airplane, and the industrial city. So, meaning to say, futurism, future. So, kumbaga pinapakita nito yung mabilis na pagbabago or mabilis na mga bagay-bagay. So, kasama na dyan or na-mention dyan yung mga cars, airplane, and mabilis na pagbabago sa ating city, no? Bakit kaya napasama dyan yung ano, no, violence? Kasi sinasabi diyan na ano, sa violence na 'yan is kumbaga mabilis na puwersa or pagbabago sa mga bagay-bagay. Kaya sa tingin nila is nagiging marahas. Nagiging marahas saan? Sa ating environment na kung saan sa futurism mas nagfo-focus na lang sila sa modern technology, no? Ayan. So example natin dito, ayan. So these are the examples of futurism wherein makikita natin dito yung mabilis na pagbabago sa ating city at mabilis na pagpapakita ng mabilis na mga bagay-bagay like airplane at mga sasakyan. So these are the examples of futurism, no, na nagpapakita ng mabilis na pagbabago sa modernong panahon natin. Ayan. So expressionism naman. So expressionism depicts not objective reality but rather the subjective emotions and responses that objects and events arouse within a person. Meaning to say, artist shows feelings instead of reality. So they distort or change reality to express their inner emotions or ideas. So it expressive and artist inner feelings or ideas niya. Na. Ayan. So ito yung mga example natin ng expressionism, no. Again, pag sinabi natin na expressionism, the artist shows feelings instead of reality. Ayan. So dito nagtatapos yung ating ano, so yung ating topic. Sabi sa inyo mabilis lang aring topic natin are. So just imagine, no. So sabihin natin na 25 minutes. So yung 25 minutes natin na-discuss natin siya sa ng isang topic lang, no. So pwedeng-pwede pa sana maghabol ng isa pang topic pero saka na yun. So isasend ko to sa inyong GC and then make sure ninyo na ang gagawin ninyo sa time natin ngayon na dahil wala ako sa school is kumbaga gagamitin niyo siya sa pagpa-practice and pag-aayos ng inyong script, no. Ayan. So yun. So that would be all. And thank you. And ingat ma'am sa pag-uwi at saka sa inyong ginagawang practice today. So thank you so much.